Here at Ag PhD over the last few years, we've developed a number of apps that are free for you that you can download onto your smartphone or your iPad. And I actually had to pull my notes out because we have 8 different apps now that are out there, and hopefully you're using these. But if you aren't, I guess I just wanted to make you familiar with the apps that we have developed. So we've got the soil test app, the Ag PhD soil test app. You can do your own soil testing on your farm. We use this on our own farm. It's really slick, and also it helps get you a good rate on soil testing, gives you some good advice on things, and you can get Darren and my recommendations in addition to Midwest Labs recommendations for your soil.
Well, it certainly generated a lot of conversation that way when you've got a couple of different recommendations. This is something that we see for a lot of farmers as a big benefit. Not only do you get a great recommendation from Midwest Labs, they're well respected around the world, but also Brian and I put our twist to it too and say, hey, if it was our farm, here's what we'd be doing. Now you've got a couple of different things there, plus you can talk to your crop consultant or your local agronomist and say, hey, I got a couple different opinions here. Now what's your opinion? And then you can start comparing things, and it really helps to learn and improve your profitability going forward.
Our most popular app to date with the most downloads is our Fertilizer Removal App. This is where you should start if you're trying to develop your own fertility program. You've got to know what your crop removes in terms of nutrients. We have the Ag PhD Field Guide app where you can get our recommendations for a whole host of different weeds and insects in terms of how to get control. We have the GDU app. We have a nutrient deficiency app, a drainage calculator, harvest loss, and planting population apps. So we have a number of different things that can help you. Just search for Ag PhD on any app store for the particular device that you're using.
I think the big thing is you've got to have data to make good decisions. And you can say, well, I'm just going to judge based on, some subjective thing out of my field. It looked green or it looked yellow, so I'm going to change this or that. Why not have the numbers? We've got all these tools available, and like Brian said, these tools that we're talking about right now are absolutely free to you. So why not download them and use them on your farm? And you can start making decisions. Like, for example, the Harvest Loss app. You could go out into this field right now, look for how many soybeans are laying on the ground, and see exactly how many soybeans didn't make it into your combine. Now I realize this is after the fact and you're like, oh man, now I feel terrible because I lost this much money in the field. Hey, go through that combine this fall and this winter, get things set right. Look for problems. If you're dropping too much on the ground, maybe there's an issue, or maybe there's an issue with the variety that you chose. If you had a lot of shatter out in the field, now you can see exactly how bad that was and you decide, wow, I have to be very cautious about using that variety again, or I need to make a change on my farm to improve my profitability.
Well, once again, we do have a number of free Ag PhD apps. We encourage you to download those. These are things we use on our own farm just about every day too. The smartphone can be a powerful tool, especially when you have apps like these.
Another thing that can be powerful for your farm is stopping our Weed of the Week. We'll show you how coming up next.